and welcome to Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. My name is Julie and I'm here to impart some knowledge to you today via a 2-minute art tip. And today's tip is about a handy product that you should have in your repertoire if you are working regularly in order to keep your brushes happy and healthy. This is Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver, and this is a product that you can use regularly to keep your brushes clean after every use. And the nice thing about it is it doesn't just clean your brushes, it helps keep the brush heads conditioned so they're in the best shape possible when you come back to use them again. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use this product in conjunction with your brush. I have one that I don't know if you can see or not, but like you can see that there's still some brush paint residue in here that I didn't do the greatest job getting it out to there. But that sometimes happens, that you'll have, because of the kind of wicking nature of your brushes, that it'll soak up paint and it'll go kind of up closer to the ferrule than it should be, and which can cause quite a bit of damage. It can cause them to fracture and then the hairs to, fall out. And as you can see, it got some split ends and some like crazy stuff going on. So I'm going to show you how you use this product with this brush that needs a little teensy bit of love. This one is used. I use this one, and so therefore it's pulled away from the edges a little bit, which happens. This comes in two sizes. There is a 2.5 ounce studio cake like this, and then there's a plastic tub. That one's 24 ounces, very, very large. So that one's almost like ideal for teachers and classroom things. So we're going to put our brush here and we're going to get it really, really wet. And then you're going to swirl this around in here and activate the soap. And swirly, swirly. And we're getting it all worked in there. Now, if we were at a sink, you would take this and you're going to rub it in with your fingers and get it worked through the brush head. And I'm going to add some more water here and really get it going. And you can already see there's actually some paint coming out into my brush soap, but we're going to work it through with our fingers and really massage it in there. Now, and you can see that this is turning bluish green. It's really working. It's doing what it's supposed to. So we're getting this excess paint out of here and getting back to the behavioral quality of the brush head as it's supposed to be. And let's rinse this out. And the directions on the back will tell you that you will likely want to do this 2 or 3 times. You're going to want to rinse it carefully, assess and see, where it is. So we're going to, this is how I can tell. So see here how when I dried this off, or like got the excess moisture out, that it's kind of a greenish tone here. That means that there's still some in there. So we're gonna work it through one more time and really get this thing nice and clean. It takes a little bit of loving care, but it's very, very worth it, because if you notice that your brushes don't have the same color hold or color carry that they used to be, could be that it's carrying from the last time, and that you've got excess paint that's built up in the head of your brush, and maybe that's why it's not performing quite like it was. So we're gonna do this some more, and I will tell you another little secret tip, that when you're caring for your brushes like this, if you have one that maybe you left in your wash water a little too long and that the head is bent like this or distorted from the way it was, you're going to want to rinse it out with really warm water. Now, I'm not talking boiling water. I'm talking about like hot water from the faucet. And then once it's cooled down just a little bit, you're going to shape the head with your fingers like this. This is called dressing the head. You're going to dress the head back to the shape that it was when you bought it. Now, granted, that's after you rinse it out. We're going to rinse it out. We're going to rinse off Julie's hands. And so we're getting the excess soap out of here. But that warm water, especially with synthetics and anything that's got a coarse kind of structure to it, like a bristle, because sometimes those are a little bit harder to get back to the shape that they were, that warm water will help do that. So we are rinsing this out. We're going to pull out the excess. We're going to check it. Squeaky clean, look at that. It's beautiful. And then you're going to take your hands and you are going to dress the head of that brush so it is back to the shape that you want. We are going to set it on its side to dry, and it's going to be like brand new, baby. So check out Masters brush cleaner and conditioner. This works in conjunction with oils. This works in conjunction with watercolor, acrylic, alkyds, gouache, any of those kinds of things. Works great to bring your brushes back to life and working like brand new, whether it's sable, whether it's synthetic filament, whether it's bristle, whatever. Try it. We know that you'll love it. It works great, and it is a product to definitely have available in your studio. We know that you'll enjoy. Thanks for joining us for another installment of 2-Minute Art Tips right here at Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. We hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned a little something. If so, give us a like, comment with your thoughts, and share with a friend. Subscribe below and don't miss a single 2-Minute Art Tips, and help us reach 150,000 subscribers. See you next time.